See, this is the other tricky part where I think Tesla seems diversified and they're a series of startups, but they're like Apple. All their money comes from one product, which is the Model 3 and Y, essentially. Like that is like all of their money. And like energy, as much as I'm so hyped on the energy mission and like love that, it's just like going to take them 30 years to build an energy business that's worth a couple $100 billion at this rate. The problem is when you're this big, to add another 500 billion in market cap's hard. Before when we were at 30 billion, it's like, okay, Cybertruck's 30 billion, you know, the Tesla Semi is 50 billion. But now it's like we add that up and it's like, wait, like it's kind of like a bummer that Tesla has so many of these little cool businesses like the Semi or energy, and they may barely ever even impact the company because it's so big financially, which is kind of lame. But I think that's why the Tesla bot is so big. I think like the car thing, I kind of think the market's giving us a lot of credit. We're the world's biggest car company. We're 600 billion. The market's telling us we're going to make a car business that's going to be, you know, we're selling 4 million cars a year. We're selling 1.2 million now. The market's like, yeah, you're going to sell 4 million cars a year, like make a ton of profit on each car. Like that's a big. So I actually think the auto business doesn't have that much upside. Maybe it takes us to a $1 trillion, $2 trillion company, but I feel like that's not enough to really be excited. I think if you really want that 10 trillion, that kind of crazy Tesla becomes really by far the biggest company in the world vision, it comes down to the bot. And it comes down to that being a much bigger opportunity, for like human evolution and society as well. But I think a lot of what happens if you really want big upside on the stock is like the bot really crushing it. And maybe FSD.